Somebody come in here.
He's working on it. Yeah, so in my building,
the house
so
itself.
starts.
Which building you at?
Yeah, I can understand.
DC2, the old Maytag building.
Yes,
Oh,
my
okay.
house has a
That's
name,
where I work.
and it's a good
Uncle
name.
Togar. Happy birthday, Uncle Togar.
The good thing is that song is definitely not copyright anywhere.
Yeah.
That is yeah.
I pay cash money for them balloons.
I don't know why.
Because this is a landmark day for you, Brad.
No, it's not.
600 years old today.
That's right.
And 43.
Maya said you had to have balloons. So.
Oh, did
So
she?
it's,
Oh, tell her
it's
thank
Brad's
you.
birthday today, not Mike's.
I said,
Brad's
it's not
birthday
even my
tomorrow.
birthday today.
Tomorrow.
Brad's birthday is tomorrow, and Mike's birthday is next week.
So there you go.
Happy birthday, gents.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Geritol's in them west.
Oh, that drink it liquid form every day. Pure Geritol.
Pure Geritol. Oh, nice.
Was that genital? What?
Geritol. Yeah, we got that too. I don't know, a little bit of everything.
A bit of anything.
Like a little sucky.
Oh,
Would you like to start the story so far?
we can.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right.
Again, my apologies.
Show up.
Yeah,
It's like,
probably.
oh, well.
So the store said, knock, knock, knock. Son of a.
Yeah, I was like,
Roll your rage, everybody, right now.
Fail. Too late. I failed it. Yeah.
we all go tackling.
All right. So again, sorry everybody for the delay.
My fault.
Life happened.
Always mine.
Weather happened.
Yep.
We love
So
you, Mike.
we're back
I
on.
don't know why.
Yeah, we had how many inches of snowfall in the last 24 hours? Like,
We've had at
What
least
was it?
3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
just enough to screw everything up.
Close to 4.
Yeah, just enough to mess
Plus
everything up.
sub-zero
I
temperatures.
know it was
It's the
over my
sub-zero
head.
temperatures, yeah. That were,
Snow the day before that.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
and the day
We're gonna
before
probably
that.
get snow tomorrow too.
Went through 3 days of negative, like, 20 plus degree weather at night, and it was just like,
Yesterday afternoon, it was -2 degrees. We were at a deficit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's when the wind wasn't.
Damn, government doesn't get to...
So we're a little late this week. But
Guy on
we're here.
Facebook, a friend of mine in Missouri, said, "Good news! Today's high is 12 times higher than yesterday." Of course, yesterday the temperature was 1. Yeah, and I don't even think you got to 12 when I
No.
looked. It was 10.
close.
Yeah. Below.
That's it. Yeah, wind chill like 30 below or
Yep.
some crap.
It was 30 below on Sunday night.
Yep, I know.
32.
Welcome to Illinois.
Yeah.
It was cold outside.
It was cold.
It was cold.
So, tonight we're picking up Werewolf 2nd Edition, the Prophecy campaign that I'm running.
Episode 3.
That's why I got Blue Moon.
Yeah,
Blue Moon.
Anyway.
That's very good.
Everybody held the moon.
As you can tell, we're not going to play it all tonight.
Right. So, the story so far, you guys met, and we're done for tonight. Yay!
Where's that pizza guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep an eye on contents. Or
Comments?
comments. Keep an eye on the convicts.
So, when we last left
So,
off, you
let's
guys
camera.
had all...
Howling.
Sorry.
Yes.
when we last left off, you guys had all encountered each other, facing off against some hunters who were chasing a lupus who kind of gathered most of you together. He who sees the ways. There's finger wiggling going on. I'm not sure what's happening.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. So, you guys had all met.
I could hear me.
Yeah, I can't read the comments today.
Yeah, I
That's okay.
can't see.
They do that in case anything. There's no such thing as a live stream. They always delay it. Shake weight.
And still.
All right.
No playing.
You saw that. You saw what? What? Okay. I rolled a 7.
Thank you for playing.
It's role playing pantomime.
Yeah.
Pantomime.
Yeah. Sort of live action role playing game.
The most quietest live stream on the planet. Mind gaming.
Everybody's trying to turn their volume up. We gotta buy new speakers.
So anyway, you guys all met. He who sees the ways told you what the plan was, and you're taking this young prophecy child, Nicole, to a city full of vampires so she can learn from them. But however, the good news is there are 2 tribes of Gru around the area who this gangrel prince has made peace with, and they've agreed to make sure everything goes okay. Ooh,
Right.
I'm in stereo. So, you guys had defeated the hunters. You guys had met everybody and taken the 3 hunters' trucks, as most of them ran off into the wilderness, fearing for their safety and their lives. The others lost their lives, probably in the clearing. And you guys were headed to the town of Enlightenment, which is about 50 miles away.
You should be in.
He who sees the ways told you that when you get to Enlightenment, you are supposed to stop somewhere. He knows a place where you will stop and meet the tribes of werewolves that live there. So, and they will escort you in. The kindred, as they are known, the vampires, are very big on ceremony and pomp and circumstance and doing things by hierarchy and all that, even more so than the werewolves. So you are to meet the Guru, and they will escort you into town and present you to the prince and her primogen. The prince is a female, and you know she is of the Gangrel clan, which is the more bestial vampires, I guess you could say. They are not afraid of the woods, and they kind of...
We do shapeshift.
Yeah, they shapeshift, so they're kind of the vampiric cousins of the Guru, if any Guru would ever admit to such a thing, which they probably wouldn't. So, all right.
You just leaked.
Yeah, yeah. So, you guys are in these 3 trucks. You've got, I believe, KM is driving a truck.
KM is driving with Nicole and Shaquana.
And
You and I are in one truck.
Yeah, the S10.
Yeah, the 2 biggest guys are in the
And the
little
S10
S10 pickup. And then Winnebago is driving
Winnebago,
a
and
truck.
I think him.
No, I'm
No,
not.
he's with her. And he who sees the ways is with you. I think, Ron Beer is in the
cats
back,
running there.
like meditating in the bed of the pickup truck. And
Well,
the
not-
2...
Not
He
so
was
much
staring
meditating
at
as that stargazing.
Oh, okay.
As we move, it's like, okay.
Yeah, so he's in the back, tripping out, whatever. And you've got 2 cats on the dashboard. 2 kind of big cats, but they're like big house
On
cats.
separate dashboards or on one dashboard?
There's only one dashboard.
Oh Lord. They're
So,
fighting for space.
so,
Well, cool.
We're cool.
so you guys drive pretty much throughout this was, probably should have said that happened like early evening, not long after sunset. So as you guys drive, it takes about an hour, and as you come up, you see a sign, Enlightenment, 1 mile, and up in the distance you can see what looks like the city lights glowing above some trees.
Like Galesburg when you're coming to Gavin.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you guys kind of come up on Enlightenment, and I do have...
That's
Radius.
Enlightenment, Colorado, right?
Yes, Enlightenment, Colorado is the name of the town.
A college town.
Yeah. I do believe He Who Sees the Ways told you it's a town dedicated to human learning.
Yeah.
He believes it's called a college town. I think he's he's talking about.
Do you have Anya's picture?
Yeah, I'll get it. So basically, you can't really see it very well, but this is Enlightenment. There's one major highway that kind of goes through the center of town. There's a big residential area. There's a large park. As you guys come in, the first thing you see is a large graveyard. A very nice cemetery, but it's toward the edge of town, of course. As you come in, off to your right is like Restaurant Row, I guess you would call it. You know, there's Burger Kings and McDonald's and fast food joints, restaurants, pizzerias. On the other side is where you're starting to see more of the residential areas and stuff like that. You do see a sign that says park that way.
Get him, Bobby.
Oh, damn, she's got good hearing.
I heard something.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're coming from the other side of town. Sorry about that. But you will see this through through Enlightenment. So as you enter town, you see what looks like a mall, and kind of behind the mall and around that area is looks like factories, maybe. A lot of sort of your business district, but more factory district. That's off to your left as you come into town. Off to your right, you do see what looks like a large campus, like a college campus. Several outlying buildings. It says Enlightenment College. There's a big sign, so that looks like the complex of Enlightenment College over there. Up ahead, you will see more residential areas and stuff like that. He who sees the ways is pretty much going to tell Cam to pull in before you get to the mall over by the factory district. He's like, where we're supposed to go is right over here.
We were hearing things.
Oh, okay. You were hearing things. We didn't hear anything.
I heard something too. Might have been his roommate.
Yeah, how much money you guys want?
Could be.
Oh, we don't want any money from you guys.
Yeah.
This is your
It's
birthday.
your birthday. It's your birthday.
Get naked, throw a party.
So,
Get naked.
Thank
You sure?
Yes.
if you're going to get made naked, it's $2.
Yeah, sure. I'll pay $2 naked.
Wow.
But he tells you to turn in, and you see what looks like a bar. It's pretty tall ceiling. It's kind of like, just imagine taking like Cherry Street and putting it in the middle of somewhere. So it's kind of a 1.5 story bar, kind of like Rail City Saloon is more what it looks like. So it's kind of run down. As you pull into that parking lot, you notice there's lots of motorcycles, a couple pickup trucks, there's a couple SUVs, there's 2 like real battered sedans, like 90s sedans. And above the bar, it has a sign, and it's got a full moon, and it kind of looks like the blue moon. It's a full moon, and it says the Full Moon Cafe.
The Blue Moon Cafe.
Yeah, it's the Full Moon Cafe. And
Go,
as you
Steve.
guys pull into the parking lot, you hear music from inside. Sounds like somebody's blaring AC/DC or something like that. You know, typical biker bar kind of sounds
Thank you.
coming from inside. You do see a couple people outside, just kind of milling about. One guy looks like he just came right out of the factory floor, kind of a big dude in a flannel shirt with a thermal shirt underneath, but the sleeves are rolled up. He's got jeans and the big biker boots, big belt with a silver belt buckle. Actually, it's probably gold belt buckle. And he's
It's
yeah.
steaming and
This
he's
is
wearing
so stupid. Next to him, you see a kind of a thinner guy. He looks like he's wearing what looks like a leather jacket that's open, like a motorcycle jacket. He's got a t-shirt on, jeans, and the biker boots that are buckles all the way down. And his belt has like the steel spikes on it. And he's wearing fingerless gloves with like the bracelets that have the spikes on them. And as he's sitting there, he's got a necklace on of something. It looks like something shiny. You don't know what it is.
Shiny.
With spikes.
As you guys pull up, these two are kind of having a beer, you know. They're holding the beer bottles kind of by the neck of the beer, you know, like they do. One guy's smoking a cigar. The guy with the factory workers got a cigar. And as they kind of look, the one guy with the factory is kind of bald, but it looks like he has tribal tattoos on his head. He's got the big bushy goatee, and kind of the rest of it is kind of unshaven. The guy with the motorcycle jacket just has long, scraggly black hair, and he's kind of gaunt featured. Looks like he's probably got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, but that's about it. And as they kind of look over and watch you guys pull up, they just kind of tip their beers, and nobody else is out here, so they're just watching the show. You guys pull up.
When the truck pulls in, I'm gonna go ahead and stand up and basically lean on the cab
Okay.
and wave.
You wave to him?
Mhm.
Okay. The guy with the motorcycle jacket kind of does that. And the guy, the factory worker, just looks at him like, the hell? And he just goes back to watching.
Yeah.
So they kind of say something to each other. You guys find parking spots.
Kill him. Oh,
And,
I get out.
okay. Jack pretty much gets out. River, you getting out of the truck?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay, this is obviously a bar. What about Nicole?
Say hi to
Pretty sure
Patricia.
Nicole's seen worse.
yeah.
In a bar.
They may not
Well, I
let
know,
her
but she
in.
can't go in though, can she?
I'll put her under my coat.
If you're Groot, you don't really care.
Hi, monkey butt.
So basically, you guys
watching.
all get out of the
Oh.
vehicles. Who is?
Shy.
Oh,
Shy.
hi.
A little bit.
Hey, Shy. My little monkey butt.
So basically, you guys all get out of the vehicles and
Knock
kind
this
of
over now.
No.
Can I give it back?
start heading up toward the bar.
I promise I won't.
To 'em.
Okay.
Okay.
Ow.
As you walk up, you notice the guy with the necklaces. It's all there's like 8 of them, hypodermic needles,
Jesus.
and some of them are cracked. They all look like they're old,
Blah.
but he's got a necklace of needles all down there. And as you walk up, you go, "How?" The guy with the leather jacket just kind of, huh.
I can't smile when I do it.
Okay.
Ow.
He's like, huh. The factory worker just kind of glares at y'all, and as you kind of walk up as a group, he just, And
Now,
then
is Nicole out of the vehicle?
yeah,
She's-
Nicole is with
Okay,
Chiquana.
as they've gotten out, I've dismounted from the dashboard, still in my Manx feline form,
Okay.
and go ahead and saunter over, and I'm effectively walking next to Nicole and kind of rubbing the side of her leg as we're going.
Oh, okay. I got you. And Rhonda, you're still in feline form as well.
I as well, and I perch up, see what he's doing,
She,
and I'm gonna follow because I'm curious.
Okay. So Nicole walks up with Chiquana. She's got 2 cats just kind of walking by, rubbing her legs like they do. He who sees the ways is probably the last one to get out of the truck. And when he hops out, you see the factory worker just kind of straighten up. And he nudges the guy with the necklace, and he's like, "They're here. Go let them know." And the guy with the jacket just kind of sets his beer down, just walks right in the bar. The guy with the factory clothes takes another swig of beer and just kind of watches you. And he's like, "I didn't think there'd be that many of you." And he kind of looks down at the cats and he's like, "Or anything else?"
And when he says that, I'm next to Nicole.
I'm not
as
in
well.
bear. I'm in human
So
form.
I will
Oh, okay.
crouch
He's in
down.
teddy bear form.
Just carrying me.
Well, I will crouch down and kind of hold my hand out to the cats to like you're gonna pet them,
Yeah.
you know, but under the chin, just be like to let them know that
and you're
they're with us. You know?
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. I'll take the tickle under the chin and
Yes.
do little side of the head rub to the side of your hand, and
Yes.
then go back to paying attention to Nicole.
He kind of.
Do we get to pet everybody like that?
No, remember we're wolves.
Yeah. So basically, the guy with the factory clothes just kind of sits there and he's like, watches that, and he's like,
You expecting Yogi Bear?
Because we brought him too.
looks at you, kind of looks at everybody, and he just locks eyes with you. And you're in homid form, Ro, right?
I'm in human form.
Yeah. He just kind of looks at you and he's like, "You're shitting me."
He gets out of the S10 and he goes,
Yeah. Him and Jack get out, and the whole truck goes. He's
It
like,
is a good sign, brother.
it's definitely a weird sign. Maybe I had 6 more of these. He kind of takes a drink and he's like,
they say this when they do.
"We'll be there when we can." From inside, you
So when
see
did-
the door open, and that guy with the jacket's like motions you all in,
6:55.
and he kind of holds the door.
Oh, okay.
So you guys start filing in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick close to he who sees the ways.
Okay.
Kind of beside him or behind him or
Yeah.
one of the ways.
So, as a group, you all kind of walk in. Inside, the bar is
No
kind of,
beer.
the bar is kind of like a big bar. It's got dartboards. It's got the neon signs advertising all types of beers. Everybody in here, there's like a haze of smoke in here. You hear the billiard tables going.
But none of that brand that had Pentex on it, right?
Yeah, that's prominently displayed.
With
with the
Pentex
head of the
employee.
guy, the delivery driver. No, that's not anywhere in here. But yeah, you see like a couple guys playing pool, and they kind of, hear the, and they kind of stop and look, kind of straighten up and stand on their pool, like lean on the pool cues. You see a couple girls in here. There's actually, let's see, there's probably about 16 people in the bar. Some of them are at the bar, some of them are at the tables, some of them are just milling about. They've got the jukebox going with, AC/DC's just finishing Back in Black.
Shit.
And the bartender's over there just kind of watching. As you guys come in, you notice the ceilings are kind of like Cherry Street, where they've got those big tin-style ceilings.
Okay.
Like the ceiling is like 9 feet tall. It's got the big ceiling
12
fans,
feet
and
tall.
12 feet, and it's got the ceiling fans. Real low lighting, except for obviously the little gaming machines at the bar. And as you kind of walk in, the whole bar just kind of goes silent for a moment, and the bartender goes over. The guy behind you with the jacket, you hear him lean out. "You staying out here?" He's like, "I'm coming." The big guy comes in, he closes the door and locks it and clicks the open sign off. And as he does that, the barkeep kind of walks over to the jukebox and just unplugs it. So it goes.
Oh,
dead
thank
quiet.
God. I have the dancing fool. I was wondering how long it would take.
As River walks in, he's doing the.
He's bopping.
Everybody's like,
It's good music, man.
Yeah. Randbeer is just like openly gawking at basically.
yeah, you're
it's
not
like,
used
wow,
to this.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I have rights, so is this a good sign or a bad sign?
Knowing that they recognize he who sees a ways, this is probably a good sign.
Okay.
But if you were anybody else, this would be a very bad sign.
Yeah. And people are like,
Yeah. If a guy ever comes in, "You guys know what a Karen is?" and this happens, that is a bad sign.
that's a bad sign.
Yeah, we know from experience.
Karen? Who? Karen who?
Karen.
E. Karen.
So basically, you guys kind of walk in, everything goes quiet. You see a couple people kind of walk up in front, and let's see, I've got.
Do they have like their totems like on them, like tattoos? Did I notice
Some
that?
of them, as you look around, you guys can make a perception and alertness roll.
So then
I don't know.
Your target number is going to be. I'll make it 4.
Four.
What, all of these?
You got 4?
I got 5.
5. Okay.
7.
Okay.
Rolled a 10.
Alrighty, the friggin' werebear knows more
Oh, I
about
thought
that.
this one.
Or no, 3 for me.
Oh,
3.
okay.
Okay.
And then alertness,
Two.
which you have.
That's good enough.
One.
Because 1 subtracts a success,
Uh,
right?
Yes.
Total of 5.
5. Okay. I'll take a look. Okay, now I don't know how well this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try.
Oh,
I remember having to
stick
do
them up
that.
your nostrils and
Snort.
sneeze them out.
What was the
Anything,
Four.
anything over 4 is a success.
4, 8, 10, 10.
7, 5,
That's it.
2,
So you got 6 successes.
So you get 3.
Okay, 5, 5, 2, 2,
Two's
7.
don't count.
Okay,
So
Anything
you
over
get 3
4.
successes.
so I got 3.
So yeah, everybody gets pretty much notices they have what looks like runes or symbols somewhere on them. Some have necklaces with what looks like a werewolf rune. Some of them have tattoos on their biceps or on the inside of their arm. The ones who made more than 4 successes pretty much know that everybody in here
Is marked.
is marked in some fashion. It's not just like, wow, most of these people are werewolves. As you look around, you're like, every one of these mofos is werewolves.
Is there a totem that most of them have? Or?
You notice, you can pick out 2, because you guys are Guru. The non-Guru, River, Bupu, and Kylie, you can roll, I would say, intelligence and occult if you have it.
Okay.
Target number is going to be, I'd say 7.
It's the
Yours.
heating system. What'd you say? I'm sorry, intelligence and occult, right?
It's only
Yeah.
been a half hour.
Oh, so intelligence is 3.
We ordered in 1000 BC.
You have 3.
Put it on a tablet and just kind
I
of
thought
set
I
it where they
saw-
were going to build the
I
cases.
saw that on History Channel.
Kind of get
Oh, I
two.
need one more.
4.
2.
What exactly did they order, and how did they know?
You see they found the ancient beer factory in Egypt? It was like,
It's pizza
Yeah.
factory.
yeah, they found the
Pepperoni.
ancient beer factory in
Is
Egypt.
that kind of like the cheese factory?
There.
Oh.
Got an 8, 2,
No, they called it a beer
5,
factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a brewery.
Well, what'd you say for the target?
7.
7. So nothing.
If you didn't
Nope.
say they drink, you were
8.
denied.
Well, my
The
8.
eight gets one.
She got
But
one.
She got a 1. So the
Yeah, I
one-
did get a
so
1,
the one cancels out the
so
one. So,
Right.
that cancels it out.
so nothing on that cat. I got 4.
Okay, never
And
mind.
you got 2.
Ooh,
Okay.
nothing on that cat.
Meow.
Kylie, you notice that they all have runes, kind of like some of these people do. You know enough to know the werewolf runes, but you don't know exactly like the tribes or anything. But you notice just about all the guys in here have the same rune that Jack and Cam have. He has it tattooed here, and I think you have. Do you have the Get a Fenrir tattoo somewhere? Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Jack
I
has
just
it
have the snake.
like it's more like a ritual scarring than a tattoo, but he's got it on his bicep, and you saw it when he was in Krynos. All the guys in here are wearing that symbol somewhere. The girls have a different symbol. It doesn't look like that, but it is some sort of rune, and you can see everybody has it. River, you know that's 2 different tribes of Garou. You're not sure what the tribes exactly are because you really haven't been around Garou too much.
No.
But you know they have different tribes.
Right.
So, but they're 2 different runes.
Okay. In cat. Poo poo. I think all the guys here are get offenders.
Can I tell what
The
type of totem they have?
females
No,
have a
you
different
can't really
rune,
tell you
and
about their
based on
totem
what
spirits or anything.
he who
I don't know if
sees
they
the
even have
way
it on.
said
Doesn't look
they're
like
probably
it.
Black Furies.
I would have to agree.
Yeah,
Meow,
you,
meow.
everybody, all the Garou, no, these, all the guys have the Get a Fenrir symbol. All the girls have the Black Fury symbol, which is the all-female, like, badass werewolves.
Smart cat.
So, so as they kind of stop, most of them walk up. Now I'm going to pass this around. These are drawings of all the characters you're meeting. So this first guy
There it
up
is.
in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. This first guy up in the corner is kind of prominent, and he walks right up to you, and he's obviously a Get. And when you get to this page, this lady is prominent from the Furies, and she walks up. But you can look at these characters, and these are the people that are in the bar. Yes. Go ahead and make a perception alertness roll. I'm sorry, one more time. Target number of, I'll say target number of 5.
Okay. Now, how many do I make?
Perception and words.
Jeez. 9.
Okay.
What was it?
Perception alertness.
No, I mean, what was the number?
Oh,
5?
target number 5.
I've got 2.
2, 4,
7.
7.
7. Well, 1 canceled everything. Never mind.
Well, you do have a 6.
One only
I do
cancels
have a
one.
6.
So you got 1 success.
One only cancels 1 success. Not every-
Oh, okay.
1 for 1.
Which is
7.
7 and 9. Okay. And Jackie and Cam are probably like, huh? As you're kind of looking around and looking at these people, you notice off in the corner, kind of under the jukebox, is what looks like a wolf. You would have mistaken him for a big dog. He's just laying there, and he's like a big, almost black wolf, and he's just watching. And as the 2 prominent ones start walking up, you notice he perks up his head and kind of starts to get up.
Who's this?
It's a wolf that's laying over under the jukebox. There is another character that you're going to see. He looks highly unusual. He's about this tall.
Yes.
Yeah. And he looks almost...
I've got some right here.
Okay.
I got more small
He's
ones,
already got it
and
covered down here. Apparently.
I don't know if that's enough plates, but it might
It's
be.
a start.
Yeah, that might be enough.
Okay,
We
where
need
do
a
we go with
location.
this?
Might have to move
Just
some of that stuff.
anywhere on the table.
Yeah, just
As far as what you want for pizza boxes?
yeah. I think
Put
that's
them right here.
okay. There's this.
Ow!
So,
It's my birthday!
sorry, I don't mean to lean in front of you. 3. I don't know what's up here. What's this?
I need my 8 drinks.
That looks like this spring.
Set that down here. Is that what we're doing?
Okay, do we need more plates? I'll follow you.
I'll take another blue moon.
Okay, anybody need anything else
Sure.
while we're up there?
I'll take another one if you don't mind.
Do
Yep.
you need any assistance?
What is that?
No, I think we got it.
Okay.
Looks like.
I think that's the veggie.
That's the veggie one.
Or the.
Could be the spring. Oh, well, I don't know. It's got black olives.
Yeah, black olives.
This is the supreme one.
mushrooms, peppers.
Oh, okay. So
That would be
that's the veggie.
Well, no, that.
And that's the meat lover one.
There's 2.
There's a meat. That's a meat lover. That's supreme. You use your app. Did you use the app?
No, Bobby just called it.
I do have to say, Dale, the very last character is kind of apt.
Which one is that?
Well, Josie, because we got the pussycat.
Yeah.
so-
That's right.
I'll get it in a second. You're fine. Did you want some?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
But
some.
the one that
this
looks-
is your veggie though.
It's okay, Mike. I got it, buddy.
Can you pick me up?
You pick me up.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
Welcome.
Down, Boo. Thank you.
Okay, which table needs plates?
I'll take a
Thank
plate.
you, Boo.
Take my pants up.
So we can split those.
Oh, I got 2, so.
Excellent.
There's something wrong with the pizza.
What?
It's hot.
Yeah.
That is actually
Not
kinda
used to
surprising.
that.
Yeah, I
Put
know.
a radioactive isotope in it to keep it warm.
Oh, well, that's fine. A good bit of ghost rock.
Oh.
Hey, that'll be my invention.
Philip, guys, that's the veggie.
Yeah.
This is the supreme down here.
Yep.
Then the meat galore is right there.
Okay. Brad, did you get your supreme then?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
I didn't recognize.
Who needs napkins?
We have napkins here too.
So everybody got to see the characters?
No, actually. Well, go ahead. If you can, don't mind.
This is the prominent Get a Fenry guy.
Okay.
Steve Cheers.
Who's that?
Kind of a thinner guy. Looks kind of handsome. Kind of roguish, I guess you could
Okay.
say.
Rustic.
There's a black wolf, and
Sure.
then this little dude is about this tall.
Okay, I kind of pictured that. Oh.
And then these are the women. This is the one that's most prominent there.
Thanks, bud.
Okay.
And they're all in the bar as well.
Ah.
So I'll show
Okay.
them to the camera.
So I gotta.
Oh.
So the bar we walked into, you can see between the live stream and these are some of the people that are in the bar.
Francis, let me spell your name. Yeah, I like Casey, so thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
You like Casey's, you said? That was one I was
Yep.
Usually I have a pretty good sale, was it? Buy one, get one half off or something?
And you're back
That's
to the
I
beginning.
know, so it sounds weird. Especially in this weather.
Yeah.
Must have had their car cranked up
Yeah.
hot.
Thanks, Rob.
That's
So-
art by Bill, by the way.
Yay. So those are the characters that are in the bar. The guy I showed you first, he's got all the scars and pockmarked face, he's got the blonde hair pulled back in like the top ponytail there. He walks up and he kind of looks down and he's like, look buddy, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm not gonna talk in wolf all night. Can you do something please? And he who sees the way just kind of like nods and shifts to homid form again. Again.
Wow.
And he shifts to homid and he's like, of course. He's like, it's just so much easier. And it's kind of, we don't want to be anybody peeking in the windows. It'd be kind of odd to have a bunch of wolves in here just talking. Or whatever you are.
With one little girl.
Yeah.
And a couple of cats.
Me.
And a bear.
Who's in human form?
And he who sees ways is allow me to introduce the pack. This is Skin Ripper McCready, the leader of the Get pack. And he kind of nods.
I'm not back.
And he looks down and he's like, so this is Nicole?
Yes.
And he's like big. He's like 6'4" anyway. So he kind of kneels down and just puts his hand out. And he's like, nice to meet you. And she kind of takes it, which his hand just envelops hers. And he's like, nice to meet you. And he's like, you're going to be safe here. We'll make sure of it. And he stands back up. And you hear the woman next to him kind of like, yes, we will all make sure. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Uh-huh. Yeah. And he kind of looks at her. And he's like, don't mind her. She's a mother hen. And you hear her just growl under her breath or in her throat and look at him and he's like, knock it off. You show respect. He's like, okay, right, whatever.
Ooh.
And she kind of leans down to Nicole and she's like, I am Athena of the Black Furies, and we swear that we will protect you as long as you are here and aid you in whatever you need.
Okay, I'm going to be really curious about her because there's no other female werewolves
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah,
So I'm going to be like,
yeah. And she says that, Nicole's like, thank you. And she kind of stands up. You'll notice that everybody in the bar is kind of milling about, kind of come over, standing around. Some of them are still at the bar, or at the pool tables, but they're all kind of looking at you, kind of taking stock.
Right.
Um,
Measuring up everything. Right.
I can tell you that, yes, Cam is probably looking at these women like, there's women here. Jack is almost
get
like
respect.
got
kind
his
of,
arms
sort of.
folded, and you can tell if he was a dog, his ears would be back, and he would probably be like, and he's just kind of, as people look at him, he's almost like daring him to say something,
Right.
but he's keeping to
That
it.
look
Like
in
in
his
that
eye,
with
like-
Winnebago, he's like,
Mhm.
so he's just kind of shifty-eyed right now, and it's like, yeah, if you're not careful, he could rage.
Right.
So he's kind of shifty-eyed. How about the rest of you?
After the two leaders have shaken hands or whatever with Nicole,
Mm-hmm.
then I've been sitting haunched next to her, and I revert to Hamid form, and I'm sitting cross-legged next to
Okay.
her. Now that I'm going to have to roll something for the change. Darn it.
This bar is bad to her. Her hair
We're
gets
not in
falling off.
combat, so I'm not going to
Okay.
make you do it.
If I
Okay.
wasn't afraid of pulling his hair, I didn't have him.
So you shift to Homid, and you're sitting
Yeah.
cross-legged next to her.
Yeah.
Some of the Black Furies kind of look at you like, huh. You notice some of the Get kind of, there's two Get back by the pool table that kind of instinctively growl and step back. And Skin Ripper's just like, knock it the hell off. And they just kind of stop. You hear them crack, crack. There's a couple other Get who actually look like the roguish guy you were looking at, and the one who's real thin with the face piercings. they just kind of like, the guy who looks kind of roguish actually looks
Constipated.
sad.
Oh.
Sad. Like, oh, that's a shame.
Oh.
The guy with the thin just kind of smiles. And as soon as you do it, he's smiling, and he just looks over at the other cat.
And what's the short little guy doing? Sorry.
We'll get to him in a minute.
Okay.
River, how are you reacting to all this?
And as I change, I just got this Chester smile.
The big grin? Okay. It's probably more reason why the two at the pool table were like, what the fuck?
I'm actually paying attention to what He Who Sees the Ways is doing, and I'm trying my best to replicate whatever.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not like comically, but just
Yeah.
socially, he's trying to be
Yeah.
respectful, and whatever he does, he kind of backs him up.
Okay.
Just kind of keeping quiet, listening,
He
watching.
who sees the ways just kind of looks around, like. First of all, he probably looks at Jack and Cam to make sure they're not raging. Like, you guys cool? Okay, all right, you're cool. Yeah, all right. They shapeshift, they growl. He's like, Skin Ripper's like, knock it off. Okay, all right.
Isn't there one of the totems that's for like
Calm.
calm or something like that?
Yeah, the way totems work in the game is you adopt a totem spirit and it grants you gifts or grants you abilities as long as you kind of follow their tenets. That's really all it is.
So if you do that, something for that, it's not necessarily going to affect the area.
Right.
Okay.
It's more of a personal,
Personal.
it's an intensely personal choice.
Okay.
So, but there are rights you can do, minor rights. I mean, there's the ones in the book, but if you want to make up like if you wanted to have like a minor rite of greeting, you could do something like that.
Yeah. I have to buy
There's
it,
the
but
rite of
yeah.
contrition where you lay on your belly like, don't kill me.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah. So anyway,
Well, I basically go like,
And Shy's watching.
this is
I got 4.
my brothers and
A little
sisters.
more every week.
I was at first concerned to bring Nicole, who is young and so important for all our races, the upcoming what is to be, in the hands of what could be considered our enemies. But if I see here the strength among your people, my brothers and sisters here, I know that she will be safe. And you have eased my heart just by the mere presence of you. I can use my persuasion on that to basically kind of...
no, actually, that's fine. You say that, they kind of,
And I can't do a bit of it.
Skin Ripper just kind of does that well-spoken kind of thing. A couple of them are like, oh, okay. The guy with the thin guy with the
I do have
facial
two
piercings and the braid.
etiquette too, so...
Make sure that pizza box is a mimic.
He looks and he's like, I didn't know the Indians made fortune cookies. And he kind of smiles. And he's like, well spoken. Yeah, I'm assuming you really
Sometimes
do.
when you try to crack it open, there's a message you may not want to hear.
He actually kind of stops mid-drink and he's like,
Your lucky numbers are 2, 4.
he probably laughs and he's like, I quit. I give up. You don't need me. He's like, you got that guy. Skin Ripper is kind of like, so I'm assuming that you're all a pack together for now?
I think the rest, all the pack just looks at each other like, oh shit, we're a pack.
What?
Yes. And now our pack has grown bigger. I probably get like some... Boom! Like wolf, kind of like
Yeah.
almost a group.
Almost instinctively, most of the get actually do that back.
Yeah.
And Skin Ripper's like,
That etiquette kind of...
yeah.
More beer!
Three of the Black Furies kind of do that
Yeah.
just quietly.
Yeah.
I
I don't know how that... I can roll for etiquette for them as well.
You don't have to. They say, well, I thought our packs were weird. And he looks over at Athena, and she kind of looks like, he who speaks the ways, or he who sees the ways speaks truth. Maybe there is hope. He's like, have you been out in public like this much?
I
He
laugh
kinda-
out loud.
Yeah, he kind of says that. Because you're going to be ostracized by more of your brethren. You know that, right?
Then they will die when the time comes.
He kind of cocks an eyebrow, looks at Athena, and Athena kind of looks at him like, she's like, we related?
You are not a fool, so therefore I think we are.
Skin Ripper slaps you on the back, which you almost stumble forward. And he's like, I love this dude. Drinks for everybody, man. This guy's awesome. And he's got that big boisterous voice. He's like, this guy's awesome. He's like, you said it, brother.
That's right.
Plug that fucking jukebox back in. the
Oh,
barkeep
shit.
goes and plugs it in.
As the girl just walks out the door.
He's like, yeah, everybody have a drink. Sit down, sit down. And probably as you guys kind of do that,
I'm still staring at Athena.
Okay, Athena kind of looks at you and she's like, sister, can I help you?
It's not even until Bobby cries. Sister.
You are get.
Yes.
You allow yourself with these get.
Yes.
Then for now we are sisters.
Uh-oh.
That does not sound very good.
Why?
That sounds a little frightening.
Sister.
There it goes. The jukebox comes on.
He just starts dancing. What's with that guy?
Yeah, the guys are like, you guys are awesome.
Except for him.
Except for that guy.
He does that.
He's doing the white boy dance. I don't know what's going on over there.
Isolate that sound when you're
just kinda like-
editing. Try and
For
pull
now,
that out
at
at
first
that
anyway, just kind of
moment.
like follow behind Athena, watching what
Okay.
she's doing.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Who do we appreciate? Damn! Damn!
What?
Brad gets balloons. You hear Jack behind you guys just go, what the fuck? The little
There goes
bat
with Jack,
thing,
of course.
Ben
the
says,
little bat thing basically appears like right next to him and is trying to hold his hand. And he's like, fuck.
What is it?
That little bat dude.
Oh.
And he's like, what?
Phone home, phone home.
He's like, friends? Sure. And the thing just kind of smiles this weird looking fucking grin with these big fangs and just kind of disappears. And Jack's like,
would River have seen that?
you can roll your perception alertness.
Wow, you boogie.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going crazy. He's just bopping, you know.
Oh, okay.
You'd be bumping into his
Perception
own
and what?
song.
Sorry, alertness?
Yeah. Target number of 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
6. 7.
I don't need to roll that.
What you want?
Yeah, if anybody wants to see this, roll.
Okay, I've
4
got
successes.
perception.
What are we rolling?
4.
Perception
Right.
alertness,
One, so 5.
target number 4.
Okay, so I need another one.
You can roll 2 can't.
I'm intent on Athena. In fact, if Jack comes up to her, she's gonna be like,
6.
Dang!
9, so 5 successes.
5 successes on the cat over here.
And the other cat.
The other
4.
cat.
4 successes.
Everyone saw Francis.
Yeah, I rolled a 7, 8, 10, 10 again.
So you
Doubles.
look around.
Well,
Oh!
Tens or doubles, don't forget.
Yeah, that's. I had
it's a
6.
bat. It's like a
Oh,
mouse.
nice.
Right, you're right.
Yeah,
It's a flying mouse.
Now 6.
Squirrel.
So basically, friends, Jack's like, sure.
Oh.
And the thing just
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
vanishes. You have seen this happen earlier tonight when Chiquana and Ronbeer went to the Umbra.
All right.
Except for me then.
Right, you didn't see it. But when they went to the Umbra,
Actually, he was there.
oh yeah, you were there.
I have Umbral Affinity for
When they
went
went to
there.
Umbra?
What does that do?
Yeah, because they went.
Yeah,
He
you
was
guys
looking
were
in the mirror
you guys were
of the
getting ready
car
to get into
and
the
disappeared,
trucks.
and he accidentally disappeared with him.
Oh, okay.
His
Mike
Umbra
Brad,
activity was
Umbral
having-
Affinity
Belle
is...
said happy
I like to be in
birthday.
the Umbra.
Belle
Yeah.
Rebellion said happy birthday to Mike and
Thanks,
Brad.
Val.
Belle.
So did Ben. Ben said he made a
Oh.
mistake thinking Mikey said
Thank
thank
you.
So yeah, Umbral Affinity means you're at home in the Umbra. You're perfectly fine being there.
So knowing that those two would have done that, I'm assuming that this little dude would have been...
You also know
Yeah,
most
I know, geez.
changing breeds need to look in a reflective surface to get to the Umbra. So there are
So-
some who can slip sideways. Right.
How do I get in there? How does the Grawl enter the Umbra? I think they just...
I don't know.
They
I think the
just do
same
it.
way. I think they just look in a reflective surface and go.
You can look at a cup of water or a mirror.
Knowing that
They're
that's
behind
going on, I'm going to try to slip in and catch him.
Okay. Well, you slip into the Umbra, and basically,
Staring at the mirror behind the back of the bar.
yeah. And as you go into the Umbra, this is a den. This is not just the Umbra. Like, this is their little den
It's a
that
cairn,
they made
yeah.
in the Umbra. It's not a cairn.
Oh, not a Karen.
It's a
It's
den.
Okay.
So when you go to the Umbra, you are basically in a Norsican longhouse. There are
Nice.
steins everywhere, beer, like the big banquet tables, the raging fire where the jukebox is like a raging fire. There's like antlers above, like huge, massive deer with like multiple antlers, heads mounted on the wall, you know, shields and axes, and it's just like,
Huh.
whoa. And they're all there
Yeah.
in
I was gonna see
the
if
real
there's
world.
anything- Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all kind of, you can see him.
Looking for the little bat dude.
He's right there. And as a matter of fact, it's kind of freaky
you.
because he's probably facing this way when he goes in the Umbra, and you like go to the Umbra, and he's 2 feet from you. Friend?
So I'm behind him? Or he's in front
No,
of
he's in front of you.
Looking
He's
right
like-
at you.
Friend?
Sure. River.
Francis.
Nice to meet you, Francis.
Francis.
I miss
Tell me a little
Francis.
bit about this place, Francis, if you would.
It's the Umbra.
Well, I know I'm in the Umbra, but
Oh.
this place that we're in the Umbra.
It's home.
That's
I'm
a
away
heck of
from
a
home.
home. That's a great home. Can you
It's
show
nice.
me around?
Sure.
I'll take the nickel tour. Or the 10-cent tour. Or the 50-cent. Or whatever.
Well, there's a guru over there. There's a table. There's a big head. Not much else here.
And I'm absolutely fascinated with it too. I'm like, oh, table, what? Oh, you know, just playing along with him.
Yeah. He'll
Pay
kind
no
of.
attention to the big stuffed bear in the corner.
Yeah. They get the bear head. He's like, sorry.
Go outside.
Hmm?
Do I go outside?
Yeah, you do. So yeah, he basically kind of shows you around, and Francis is kind of. He's not exactly a little kid. He's like Rain Man.
Right. Okay.
So he's kind of got that, you know. I'm not wearing my underwear. He'll just tell you random things.
That's fine.
But yeah, he's very unusual looking.
So I'll spend a little bit of time with him in there, just kind of looking around at the
Yeah.
den, you know, familiarizing myself with it.
Okay. As you guys walk, the guy with the piercings and the braid, you see him in the real world, and as you kind of pass by him, you hear him. Yeah, liking what you see?
This is very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before.
You're not Guru.
No.
Something more?
Well, I don't
Or
know
else?
about more else.
And he kind of.
I point over to the corner of the big stuffed bear and I'm like, that's my brother, I'm pretty sure.
He kind of smiles and he's like, "So you're awakened. You're one of
yeah.
the ones that have awakened,
Yes.
and you are with this pack."
Oh, yes. Sees the ways, found me.
He kind of looks. He probably actually just does that. Wow. I'm for once in my entire existence speechless.
I'm very sorry.
Francis, don't be.
Don't be.
He kind of looks at him. He's like,
Oh, I'm River, by the way.
"Ah, Yurgi Doombringer."
Pleasure to meet you, Yergi.
So there's a Garal amongst us.
At least one. Maybe two if that comes to life.
He kind of says, and you're aiding the prophecy child. And
Oh, of course.
He sees these ways.
Much needed, of course.
That is truly an inspiring tale. I'd like to hear.
Why, thank you.
I'd like to hear a little bit more.
Let's have a seat and talk.
So he pretty much kind of does that. And you see two big beer steins kind of hover over from the big oaken bar and land in front of you.
Yay!
He was like, gets another one, grabs it real quick. One was for me.
No, I didn't take both. I
No.
only took one.
But yeah.
Yay!
So basically, you guys are going to sit. He's going to question you about your life story.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'll tell him a
notice-
completely false life story, you know. I'm not going to tell him where I live. Or
He
nothing.
picks up on it immediately.
What?
As soon as you know.
Well,
he's
it's
like,
not that I'm lying to him,
No,
but I'm not
but I
giving
mean-
him the most detail of.
Right, and
you know.
if you leave details out, he's like, well, I'm sure there's more to that story, but in your own time.
Right.
He seems to be able to pick up on that stuff instantly.
That's fine.
Um,
I'll respectfully tell him everything.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Do you want our tabletop game to be viewed in Africa?
That's fine with me.
I have
Why?
a friend that wants to watch us live.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know what link to put or any of that.
If you copy the
Raconteur Society.
Facebook page, yeah,
Okay, well,
URL, and drop it. If I had my phone, I could do it like that, but
okay, do I pull that back up?
yeah, you can just share.
Okay.
You can, let me see. You can share, and then you can
Let's go.
share right here.
$80.
When you
Yes.
hit share, you got 3 options there.
Uh-huh.
Copy link,
Okay.
Ron,
Yep,
dear,
that's
as you're
the
kind
and
of
then go back
sitting
into-
around watching, you notice one of the females comes up to you.
And then just
The
send.
Asian girl.
And they can click right on it and boom, right there.
She says, I'm Z. You're a stargazer.
You see what?
You're a stargazer, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I've met one of your kind before.
Oop, nice piece.
Or one of your tribe before. So, have the stars shown you the way? Is that why you're here? Or are you still seeking your path?
I'm still seeking my path. The
What?
stars have
Vegetable.
agreed that this is a good direction to go.
It's
But
just all
What
veggie.
vegetables do they use?
I think so.
Black olives,
Yeah.
And
onions,
she's
green
like-
peppers.
Your name?
I think
I'm
yellow,
Ranbeer.
green
Ranbeer.
olives.
I am Z.
Oh, see,
Mine is
Very
the
well
olives.
met.
It doesn't seem
I'm from the
that bad.
Punjab.
It's the only one I can do,
Oh,
unfortunately.
interesting. And traveling alone, I mean, with the pack, but were you alone before?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, my mentor had suggested that I would be better served to travel and see the world for myself and rather than just take his instructions. So,
You had a mentor. That's impressive.
thank you.
And you notice when she says that, she is kind of glancing at your third eye when she says that.
Yeah.
But she doesn't bring anything up. She just like, that's impressive.
Actually, as far as that goes, the only totem or anything that I would actually be displaying would be the wind, east wind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, just in case anybody had.
She actually kind of mentions that, and she's
Yeah.
like, if she sees that, she says, so you're a practitioner of Kailindo.
Yes.
Oh, I've always been fascinated by that. My stargazer friend that I knew before told me about it. Very interesting.
Yes, it is. And has helped me in many ways.
Now I understand that's not strictly a stargazer knowledge. It can be taught.
Yes, I can.
I barely scratched the surface in my learnings with my companion. Perhaps if you return after this, perhaps I could learn.
I would have no problem with that.
She kind of smiles and says, "Thank you." And pretty much just kind of leads to a little bit of small talk.
Yeah.
You know, so where you been? Blah, blah, blah. So,
What was a wireless?
No, it's because you're a little feedback.
It might. Oh, you're watching too. Okay.
Is it because it's so close to the other mic, maybe? Or?
No. They're not anywhere. They're not leading into the same.
I'm actually a robot.
That's it.
My core
That's
is
better.
connecting with the.
There's like that staticky kind of
Okay.
sound.
Yeah,
I would ask
heard
her
over here.
how
so-
far, what she
I
has
thought it was the
learned,
vent.
and
just a little bit about the wind spirits and
Because
Yeah.
some of the story of how you know this about it.
okay.
But she is very interested in learning it. So as you guys sit, gonna have your own little things. Bone Ripper and Athena kind of sit at the table with you guys, and he who sees the ways, and they're like, so Nicole is going to stay with Anya? He's like, Anya, yes. She needs to learn from the kindred. And they're like, what is she going to learn? I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't think the kid should be sucking blood. He who sees the ways kind of nods, or shakes his head and says, no. She needs to learn their beliefs, what they are like, what they believe, what they do, how they view the world, so she can better unite us. She also needs to learn what they can do and how to prepare herself to be prepared for encountering that kind of thing, whether it's to protect herself or to harness that power in others. It's more of a ambassadorship, I guess you could say.
Know
Is
your
what
enemy.
He who sees the ways nods says, very much so. But not only know your enemy, but know your enemy enough to perhaps become their friend. It's all about unification and learning and sharing ideals and ideas.
You have done this with this vampire, so that should not be a foreign thought to you.
Are you talking to...
Yes, both of them.
Yeah, they're like, well, yeah, to an extent. I mean, we're not all chummy, but, you know, this particular kindred vampire helped us out quite a bad time, and kind of brought us together so we didn't slaughter each other, but also brought us together to help her out with some unusual problems, and I guess we have a lot we owe her. She is not a regular worm-ridden bloodsucker type of variety. She has those around her that, what was the name they called it? Athena's like primogen. They're like her advisors, other kindred.
It's hard to go to the Facebook.
They are.
Go to the link.
We are not as close to them as we are to Anya.
Go ahead.
We
On Facebook?
we understand Anya. We respect her.
I'm not sure.
We almost see eye to eye on many topics. The others are her primogen. They aid her, but we're not exactly on great terms with every vampire here. Just so you know, that is why we've agreed to He Who Sees the Ways. That is why we agreed to watch over Nicole. We know that Anya will protect her and keep her end of the promise and teach her well. We know some of her primogen will as well, but there are some that we don't exactly trust.
I got it already.
So-
I got the link copy. I was gonna get it to her.
She is the good egg, and the other ones probably need cracked.
Scrambled a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, but they are the bad cousins, the bad
Yeah.
brothers and sisters.
Not all of them. There's a couple of her primogen that are pretty loyal to her.
That is
I
good
mean,
to know.
they're They're vampires. They're tainted by the worm, but there are worse things. Honestly, there are worse things out there.
There are.
Yeah. So. Yeah, zips his pants.
Worm tainted.
Worm tainted. Take this!
During the course of this conversation had been starting, I raised up to my feet and just kind of pat a hand on Nicole's shoulder, gracefully slide over to the bar, get a beer, and in feline grace, go over and kind of stand near them
Okay.
to better hear.
Okay. So you're hearing all this.
Rick!
Yeah.
Feline ears.
Is there any more beer?
No, I
Where they
can't.
Oh, you're a human.
I'm
form.
Outside in the
human
middle of the
form.
street.
Oh, I
okay.
mean,
As-
Just right out the garage door, you'll see that table
Kinda at
right.
your
Look on the
feet.
floor.
Thank you.
Well,
Kinda.
So
I
I'll
was
let you
on
know when
one
you guys
side
come
of
back.
Nicole.
Is the guy I'm talking to one of the
And after the
tornadoes on
two
us?
leaders
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No.
introduced himself.
He's still
Said
there.
hello to Nicole.
Oh.
Then I
In the
shifted
real
to
world,
Tom
he's
and
probably hanging out by
just
the
cross-legged on
jukebox.
the floor next to her.
So if anybody wants to talk to
What's
him,
he look, what's he look like in the
And
umbrella?
as soon as this conversation started,
a guru.
my curiosity
Oh,
perked up. So
since you brought it
I
up, anybody
got
who
a beer
kind of paid
and
attention to
sauntered
him,
over
he does
to
not
try
have
to-
a Get a Fenry
Midnight,
or Black Fury
mingling.
symbol
I
on
was
him.
wondering about that.
So to speak.
yeah, just
He has
listening.
Some
and
other
talking.
runes, but you're not familiar with them.
I'll ask the guy who he is.
Oh, what's that?
What's that, the wolf?
No, the guy with the needle necklace, he's still in the bar.
He found that.
I meant to tell you guys, he does not
All I
have a
know is
Get a
this, I
Fenry
think.
or obviously a Black Fury
Hey, it
symbol on
works.
him.
It works.
He has other symbols, but
Thank you.
might not be familiar with it. If you want to see what,
I wanna
if you know,
try.
You can answer
go ahead and roll
that.
intelligence and
I'll let you
occult,
answer that.
and I will give you target number of 3 because you're a guru. Anybody
Needles
else?
doesn't have get a Fenris marks.
Huh?
Needles doesn't
No.
have.
Go ahead and roll if you want to know anything about him, if you care.
Well, I'll ask the guy.
Okay. Well, when he
Do I,
rolls.
do I still need to roll then? Or?
Okay, at this
No,
point,
you're just gonna ask that outright.
I'm still in
You said
feline form
4,
at
right?
this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you wanted to change. Yeah.
Okay, I think I want to change and kind of mingle, so
Okay.
to speak.
All right. So, real quick, you changed to homid form. What do you look like as a human? We haven't seen you as a human yet.
Pudding!
You look like Bill
Boss
Cosby.
hog.
Bill
Hair.
Cosby. Boss
Blue-haired
hog.
pudding!
Them Duke boys.
You see that, big boy?
I think he's aware of that.
You would probably put Middle Eastern, like Egyptian because
Yeah,
they
that's
have
what
water.
what I was thinking. More of a gypsy, long hair, the flowing skirts and the
Okay.
scarves.
You went to work?
You know,
this
but
All
Romani.
kind of books up there.
huh?
Romani.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the Romani
more
gypsies.
Lithuanian,
Romani?
Roman
Like the rites and
gypsy
stuff. Yeah.
type. Well, maybe not Roman, but
No, it's Romani. It's
Romani.
okay.
it's a better way to say.
Yeah.
Well,
Gypsy is a
I
curse
can
word.
get away with it. Lithuanian gypsy. We'll go with that one.
Okay.
Okay. So when you shapeshift, they all obviously kind of like when Kylie did it. They're like, oh,
They jump on you and start pounding the shit out of you.
the guys who are playing pool pretty much go back to playing pool. They're not really dealing with this, but the rest of them all just kind of like stop.
Kind
You
of look around, and I'm kind of observing, seeing what's going on. Just kind of nonchalantly go to the bar, get me an ale.
Okay.
Well, Rob will probably use this in shape-shifting cats because that's what Anya is.
Well, yeah, but not this.
No, not this.
My roommate.
Okay. So
The what?
My roommate.
Oh, you have a roommate. I didn't know
Or
I'll
the ghost.
say
Hey,
Huh?
does he
Or
like
the ghost,
slime
you know.
balls?
Is the ghost a roommate?
No, that's the house.
Winnebago, you're probably doing the same
Uh,
thing that
did
she
you
is,
make your
just kind of
house
watching
larger?
everything.
Robbie.
Yeah, just
That's what I thought.
if I can, I'll
That's creepy.
sit somewhere as much alone as possible,
Why is that
Okay.
creepy?
but
Our
close
house
by
has
so I
a
can kind
name.
of listen. I just got my
Robertson
feet
Avenue.
propped up
Robbie
on a
and
table
Robertson.
and drinking some beers.
No, not that the house has a name, but the name of the house.
So
Oh.
Winnebago and Bupu, I'll kind of give you a rundown because you guys you're involved in a conversation with Z. You're in the Umbra, actually talking to Yurgi and Francis. You're kind of following Athena. you're there with He Who Sees the Ways and Skin Ripper McCready and Athena, and Jack is probably standing there by you, just kind of listening. So the people in the bar, Skin Ripper McCready is obviously having a conversation. Throm Tendon Slicer, this guy with the 2 big black braids, he is pretty much standing there behind Skin Ripper with a beer, just kind of watching. Almost like it's his bodyguard. Not that he needs one. You don't see Jurgi Doomburger anywhere. That's the one you're in the Umbra talking to. This guy up here with the beard, Lars Dark Voice, he seems to be kind of... He's probably on the opposite side of this table than you, with his feet propped up, taking everything in. He's almost like
Which
you.
one is he?
This is this
Okay.
guy here, but he's much more charismatic. He's got a smile on his face and just kind of relaxed. This guy over here is probably at the bar, Rolf Foesmiter, big blonde guy. So is Eric Treeleaper. This is the roguish guy. They're both at the bar, just kind of talking. The wolf is probably back over by the jukebox, just kind of sitting there, and you don't see Francis anywhere. I should have mentioned the 2 playing pool are girls. So Athena is again in the middle of the conversation. This one here, or Helena, I'm sorry, I introduced her wrong. That's Helena. Midnight Athena is kind of the one with the scars on her face. She looks like a pretty tough chick. She is one of the ones playing pool. Z is having a conversation with you.
Okay, so I'm following Helena around.
Yeah, Helena. Sorry. Medusa is kind of the black chick with the dreads that kind of hang down, the real thin dreads. She is probably playing pool as well. Sherry is this cute little blonde, and she's probably up at the bar with the other 2. Beth is the punk rocker chick, and she is probably over by the jukebox leaning against the wall, boot up on the wall, just kind of watching. Amelia is probably sitting over at the table with the main group, and so is Josie, the one that looks kind of like a librarian. They're probably sitting
She's
at
not trying to catch the pussycats?
No.
Josie and the Pussycats.
She probably punches Lars Dark Voice in the nuts for making that joke immediately. Hey, Josie and the Pussycats. Yeah, okay. I got it. That was funny. You got to admit.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right in my pussycat.
Meow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's up, pussycat?
So anyway, you guys kind of take that in, so keep that in mind. So she's going to go to the bar and mingle. And in the Umbra, you asked who the guy was. How many successes did you get on that roll? Okay. You notice he has a symbol, probably tattooed. I think it's tattooed right here, like under the needles, but when he moves, you can see it. It's the Glasswalker symbol, the tribe that live in the cities. And when you ask, well, who's the guy with the needles? He's like, oh, that's Needles. He's a Glasswalker. He's
What's a Glasswalker?
Oh, it's a tribe that lives in the cities. They're
We met some glasswalkers, so I would know
they're
that.
friendly with the Weaver, I guess you could say.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's an odd duck, but he's kind of taken in with the get. Those needles around his neck are trophies. He lost his brother, who is kinfolk, to drugs.
Oh,
He hunts them now.
good. That's good.
So he's an odd protector of the streets, and he usually comes here because we are kindred souls, I guess you could say.
We're the
He
won't-
cleanest college town in the
He
world.
won't be.
Yeah.
He won't get killed.
Oh,
That's why he comes here.
well, I don't think we have to worry about that. He's pretty tough. But-
Seems like everyone here has got some history, as it were.
Oh, there's plenty of history around. Trust me.
So I look around the room like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, this is just decoration. It's past bloodlines and all that.
I understand.
All that.
I know the human thought on it.
But it's not the human thought, it's the guru thought.
Right.
He's like, there's plenty of history here and plenty of danger. But there's also plenty of good. It's interesting, your pack. Most get would have slain some of your companions the minute they laid eyes on them.
I think my companions have almost been slayed by Get who does lay their eyes on them.
Well, I know 2 of them that probably almost were. Apparently got away.
Or something.
Well,
I don't know their history. I didn't ask. All I know is
He who sees
he who sees the ways just said he needed help. So I came.
you should be more wary of your companions. Learn about them. Learn their stories.
They haven't attacked me yet.
But you never know when you say the wrong thing.
I don't say much.
Sometimes that's the wrong thing.
You are quite wise, sir.
Our brothers don't think so. They call me a pain in the ass, but, you know,
You're no pain in my ass.
not yet. He smiles. Give me time.
Fair enough. Should we rejoin the group then?
Why
Or do you
want
have
to?
any more questions?
He laughs. He's like, do I have any more questions? You're the one who invited me for a conversation.
Yeah.
Come on, politely
You have
ask.
a girl locked in your bathroom.
Was that what that pounding was?
Locked in the bathroom?
Yep.
What she's got to do is turn the handle.
No, it's not working.
Uh-oh.
And I can't open it from the outside. I've tried to do it.
Oh, no.
She can't turn it probably with her brace.
Your wife is stuck in the bathroom.
Oh!
Yeah.
The braces. You can't probably turn the hand.
Well, don't rush off, Wade. Guys,
Yeah, don't go save your wife. Or anything.
Wade's like, shh.
I got a break.
Ah, finally, I'm free.
Okay, one of our players is locked in the bathroom. We'll be right back. Technical difficulties.
That's so weird. Some girl's locked in your bathroom. I'm like looking around, taking inventory. Like, who the hell's in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we haven't educated her yet.
Dennis, is there something we don't know?
Well, she's only a cat. Come on.
Lord.
So anyway, back to that main conversation. Yeah, Skin Reaper probably does actually mention that. He's kind of like, so we're going to take care of this one. We know how important this prophecy is. I've heard of the prophecy myself, as has Helena. We've read into it, and we are the like mind of he who sees the ways. We believe this child is going to bring about peace, a good thing. That's why we've offered to help. But your pack, he who sees the ways, has mentioned that uniting the tribes and uniting the breeds is something she is going to accomplish. I, for one, admit I did not believe that was going to be possible. I always thought the prophecy was a great bedtime story, a pipe dream. Nothing that's ever going to really come true, although we could strive for it. When he who sees the ways told us about it, Helena kind of cuts in and says, he pled a very strong argument. We believed him. And I think I speak for both of us and all of us here when we say we wanted to believe it. He sounded so passionate about uniting the tribes and fighting the end times and uniting others. We wanted to believe it.
There. You wanted.
She says,
Deep down, Everguru wants the great hunt at the end.
true.
Vanquish the worm. She has done nothing but come along. She has done things that are remarkable. I cannot even explain that I have witnessed. She is indeed special. But just look, just by her mere presence.
Well, that's what we were going to say. We wanted to believe it, but I don't think we did until this very moment.
One could argue he who sees the ways has brought about it. One can speak all he wishes, but fate is what truly brings the lines together.
He who sees the ways, he who sees the ways basically means
eat my face!
he kind of, I merely chose the pieces. I merely picked out who the prophecy child was. And you seemed to be close, a protector. I did not put anything in motion. That happened by itself. I was simply looking for the child. What followed, and he kind of waves at all the pack. He's like, what followed? I had no say in. But You are right, my friends. Looking at Helena and Skin Ripper, he's like, it was not me who put this pack together. They rally around the girl. That is her power. I believe that is her power. I made my wife cry. Yeah.
Not everybody agrees.
No, that's
Nicole's
not to
Gia.
cry.
First, she is Gia.
I got one.
I think she is.
They all kind of pause at that. You see Skin Ripper like, and he has that look like, no shit. But he does it kind of like to perk an eyebrow up like, really?
Can I hear this conversation while I'm in the Umbra or not?
No, but you're probably coming out of the Umbra right about here. So you probably came out
Well,
during
before
this.
I do that, I wanted to look at the little girl while I was in the Umbra. What does she look like?
She looks like a young Garou,
Okay.
but her colors are very vibrant. And you notice there's like, you know when sunlight comes through a window, the little dust motes?
Yeah.
You notice that around her quite a bit. You've seen it too. You notice there's a lot of little dust motes that aren't around anybody else, but they're kind of like little tiny, just around her. Don't know what that's about.
Dust mites.
Yeah. Maybe she got bed bugs.
She's got glowing bed bugs on the Umbra.
I'm out of here.
No, but you notice that, well, with the Umbral Infinity, you know those are like very minor, like Jaglings, spirits.
Spirits, right,
Basically, the little minor spirits are just kind of hovering around her all the time. And it's like, okay.
I'm going to come back out of the Umbra where I was at before, sitting in the booth. So
Yeah. So they say, this pack,
They're dismantling the door.
I guess.
take the hinges off. Pull
I
it
shall
out.
be known as the man who opened the door. Okay.
They
The
got
noises
big-
you're hearing are the upstairs is the bathroom door being ripped off its hinges.
They got the big concrete. Boom, boom.
The police
Okay.
battering ram. Yeah.
She crying.
No, she's not crying.
I think she is crying.
Oh, shit.
They
She
just
was
scared
probably
her.
panicking.
Yeah.
She
Scared her.
might have been.
Yeah.
I better go.
Yeah. She probably needs
We'll
you.
watch the film.
Yeah, she's probably panicking. Wow. Yeah, if she couldn't even get out, she's probably pounding up there waiting for somebody to come and get her. You never heard.
Yeah, with those braces on, she can't do much. She can't really even roll dice, really. No. So we're taking a quick pause here while we see what happened to our companion upstairs.
Well, Jurgi Doombringer, before he came out, he would have introduced himself.
Right. Well, he did before this.
He's a Ragabash,
Ragabash?
the trickster ones.
Oh, well, a new breed. Okay, so I got Ragabashes, Gedefenrees.
Well, he's not. It's not his tribe. It's his moon sign.
Oh, it's Moonstone, right. He's fed.
His auspice.
I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I never seen one of those before.
She all right.
Yeah, she's panicky. Yeah, I don't know if she's claustrophobic or something, maybe, or
Probably panicking like anxiety. I don't know. Wonder how long she was up there trying to get out.
I'm gonna say if I got locked in the bathroom, at least I got the bathroom.
That's true.
When I was a kid,
You got water, you got the toilet, you got a shower. I mean, you got everything you need except food and water or food.
well, I remember when I was a little kid, probably about my age, like 5, 4, 5. I remember, so I locked myself accidentally in the bathroom, but I couldn't figure out how to open the door again. It was one of those push-in open.
Oh,
I could open it out. My mom was freaking out. So then I decided, like, well, they might turn off the water. So I took all the Dixie cups and filled them full of water in case we ran out. I would have at least a water supply.
No.
So I had the entire table, the entire sink covered with Dixie cups full of water.
Now,
Just in case.
if you want a little stressful situation that involves the bathroom, it was at Thompson Prison.
Okay.
It was completely abandoned. It was just me and the plumber. And another guy from, I think it was Johnson Controls, but he wasn't with us at the time, came in and he had to leave to go take him wherever he had to go. And we were in the kitchen area. And I was like, well, I got to go to the bathroom. Well, there's 2 different bathrooms. There's a staff bathroom and then a prisoner bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't read and I forgot. And I went into the prisoner bathroom, shut the door.
Oh.
You cannot get back out of that bathroom unless someone comes and gets you out.
Yikes.
So I had to wait until the plumber came to get me back out.
Get you out. Oh, man.
But they're your own prisoners in there.
Yeah. Hey, fresh fish.
Hey, mister.
Yeah, that's a little scary, especially if it's just you. You've been like,
Well, someone had to, I mean, someone would have to be there. But no, I'm lucky he was coming back
right
away, you know.
My faves.
Rotate them.
She's free.
Is she okay?
She's gonna be okay. She's gonna take a little breather outside and then.
Was she like claustrophobic or? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How's
She's
that
also
cake?
scared, like, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you tried the cake yet?
No.
I mean, have you eaten any yet?
Go ahead, we dare you.
Too curious.
Yeah.
Too curious.
So, any bleeding out of any orifice yet?
Just
Because if
pop
it is, I don't want to have it.
Meow.
Sorry.
May cause anal leakage.
Because after.
There's a potato chip brand that had that on the bag. May
Yes,
cause anal
I
leakage.
remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Big hug.
The ones
And, my,
that,
and the
the
guy I
ones
knew
that
that
started
used
being
to
made with
eat the shit out of them.
the no trans fat chips when they
Yeah.
first started being made.
Yeah, I forget what they were called.
All of them. All of them that were made no trans fat.
May
Yeah,
cause
there,
anal
there was
leakage.
something, a tag to it, whatever. Like something Lay's potato chips or something.
What's that radio commercial? Oily stools.
That's a radio commercial?
Yeah, they're talking about this, and do you have this or that, and oily stools. And every time I hear it, I cringe. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah.
my
I
gosh,
know what you're
how
talking
more
about.
descriptive
Oh.
you need.
Yeah.
Oily stools. Well, we struck gold there, buddy. I'm like, you put a pipe in there? I don't know, but it just sounds
Oily
nasty.
stools.
Just horrible. And I'm like, yeah, I got that. I'm just going to kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Is,
I
is
gotta
that
go to
the,
the
is that the
bathroom.
one where I was having problems and then I went to my doctor and we diagnosed it and it,
yeah.
and it's blah, blah, it wasn't this and it wasn't that, but it's this.
It's oily stools.
I
It's
need to
just
take
wrong.
this.
It's just
Oily
wrong.
When I take a crap, it's like wringing out a potato chip.
Oh.
Ugh.
And on that note,
Oh, and then there's the squatty potty.
the squatty
Squatty
potty.
potty.
Squatty pot, yeah, those are awesome. I like to stack 8 of them up, and then it's like target practice.
Bombs away! Choo!
But it's hard for my daughter to climb all the way up there and get up there. Like, okay, Daddy, I'll catch
This is
you.
potty training boot camp, damn it.
Let's see, you're gonna jump up there. You're gonna
Can you shit off this obstacle course or not?
A parapooper.
a pair.
Sorry.
You're in the army now. You see, she goes in the military. Well, I've done potty pooping. I've done it all. I'm pretty much ready for it.
Parapooping, I've done.
Yeah.
Well, it's 8:41. We're gonna have to find.
When I was a kid, my nickname was Death from Above. Just saying that.
Just saying.
Busted latch, huh?
Oh.
Actually, that's the only damage to it.
Yeah.
Good.
He didn't break
split
the.
the door jamb a little bit, but
Oh, okay.
but it didn't break it. It actually ended up snapping the
Oh.
The bolt.
The
the
actual.
bolt.
Yeah.
Easy enough to replace.
Welcome to Dennis's. Everything could be a trap.
It's a trap.
You just learn yourself.
The bathroom was
He
replaced by
comes out of the toilet.
The bathroom was replaced by a mimic. It was going to eat her eventually, and it would just slowly dissolve her.
Seemed a little green in here. Oh, it's a gelatinous cube. Oh.
Oh, the pudding's gonna eat you. The water's gonna eat you.
That's you.
This Jello tastes funny.
What?
Oh, the water's gonna eat you. Ooh, tinkle, tinkle.
Don't drink the water.
Yeah, she comes running out front. Don't drink the water.
Yeah.
What?
there you go.
What was this from?
I think that's why I
Warhammer.
aimed the arrow at your
Raisin
head.
was in there, and the water elemental was in the water.
Oh,
and
yeah, the
and she
click
just
cube.
came. She was in there alone. She came out to all of us, like dripping wet. Don't drink the water. And we're like, why is it Montezuma's water? What is that?
Was that
So we all
mine?
go in
Was
there.
that-
Yeah,
and
it was
mine.
yours. Yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
we
the
went in there to like.
Don't drink the water. It's
We
gonna
went to, oh, let's
attack
take a tinkle. I was thinking, oh.
you. Grabbed all the doors and go, holy shit! Don't drink the water.
Well, it's important to know that sort of
While I'm
thing.
standing there like, told you.
Yeah, Raisin's like.
When your pants down.
So anyway, yeah, they mentioned that they noticed because of your pack, they always believed that this prophecy, they wanted to believe it, but now that they see you guys all surrounding Nicole, they're like, okay, well, there's something to it. We believe it. And he actually, Skin Reaper is actually like, I mean, I can honestly say I've seen packs with other tribes, but, you know, I've never seen Homid traveling with Lupus, traveling with Metis, traveling with other changing breeds. That I've never seen. And I don't think I'll ever see it again.
Thank you, Boo.
Unless
Oh, yeah, I need to shut
unless
that
this
crap
prophecy
off.
comes true, then maybe there's a chance. And Yurgi, that you were talking to, speaks up and he's like, yes, changing breeds, my brothers. And he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. And he's like, this is River. He is a Garal. And everybody kind of goes silent and kind of looks over. And he's like,
Dun, dun, dun.
we have always said that when they awaken, the time is near. Here is one amongst us. Believe what you will. But I believe this. And he points at Nicole. And he says, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I believe it. And that's powerful enough. Belief is a powerful thing. We need as much as we can get. And if her being here, learning from the kindred, is what it takes, I will see it done. And you hear a lot of the gather like, yeah, there. Even the Black Furies are kind of like nodding. And Helena's like, we will see it done. Kind of looks at Skin Ripper and actually kind of pats him on the shoulder. The first kind of sign of affection rather than, I'll beat your ass. She pats him on the shoulder and says, we will see it done. And they all kind of murmur in agreement. And Skin Ripper's like, well, I would say we're well met. I hope. You're all welcome here. And he kind of looks at the Metis when he says it, especially. Like, you're all welcome here.
I don't even know what to do.
So, do you want to go meet some vampires? They're waiting for you.
Can we have a minute?
There's a
Another
good
beer?
song on.
Yeah, this is a good jam.
It's Crimson and Clover.
Yep.
Pump up the jam. Pump the
You
jam.
don't hear much music out in the wilderness.
Came kind of say, well, kind of enjoying the bar, having a beer. So,
Somebody's pacemaker go off.
No, it just
the bar, have a beer.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted to say, well, we can go to this other bar.
Oh, well, that's what I was waiting for. Because, yeah, he's, I was kind of enjoying the bar, having a beer. He's like, oh, that's fine. The prince owns a bar. It's a little more ritzy than this, which I don't care for. But, you know, I suppose if you're into Depeche Mode, it might be cool. He kind of nods and goes, yeah, right?
River's like, Pesh, Bo?
So he's like, well, finish it up and we'll take you on over to
Thank you.
the Prince's Club. So you guys all finish your rounds and he's like, it's not far, we can walk. Town's pretty nice at night. It's not far from here, so we'll just take a stroll. A couple of us are going.
A parade?
No, not all of us are going. So Helena and Skin Ripper McCready are basically going to escort you guys out of the Full Moon Cafe. They are going to walk down the road. Takes probably about 20 minutes, 15 minutes to walk where you're going. It's kind of a like, somebody can carry me, because this is stupid.
Who's saying that?
You.
Oh no.
That's it.
It's like I got a perfect good truck right there.
Yeah.
I'll go up there and take a nap.
So basically, you guys get to kind of the residential area, but it's more like where the restaurants are, but it's almost on like near the college campus. And you kind of come into this place. It looks like, well, what is it? The district in Quad Cities. Those kind of shops.
Yeah.
Record shops, vinyl
Strip
shops. No, more of the artsy
Specialty
fartsy.
shops.
Well,
artsy
it's
fartsy.
Antique shops,
Yeah.
crafter, local crafter.
Kind of
Art
across-
galleries.
kind of across
Seminary
between the
Street.
district and the
Pagan
Quad
stores.
Cities and
Artisans.
Champaign. Kind of like that. So anyway, you guys walk down and there is a bar that you come across, and it's called Just a Crack. And
I stop and just stare at that for a second. Just a crack.
Skin rippers like vampires. I don't know. They got a thing with butts. I don't know.
I start walking backwards into like.
So you want to describe the logo or the club?
Just a crack. It looks like the lettering is a silhouette that's silhouetted against like what looks like the crack of an opening door.
Oh, okay.
Like you can just about peek in, but it's lit from the crack in the door, so it's called Just a Crack, and that's silhouetted. There's an awning, a little awning out front. It's not one of those places where they have a bouncer like you can go in. No, you stay here. No, it's not. Nothing like that. It's like a nicer version of C Street, but like like Cherry Street, that kind. Well, no, it was
More glass.
more glass and
Dark glass and stuff like that.
yeah, and copper railings, and
It's like it's not gothic. It's just
it's not gothic. It's classy.
classic.
Wood, but
Right.
not wood paneling. It's actually wood and
Right.
varnished and shiny, but it's dark inside. So like,
Rat Pack.
Hmm?
Rat Pack. The Rat Pack.
Sinatra, Davis.
I don't
It
know. I
says
never.
The inside of them, they look like
The
inside
inside
glass
I think I do think Dean
Some
Martin
wood
was
and glass.
varnished inside.
Yeah, I think he
As much
was.
alcohol as he drank.
Hey, baby.
You'll find Jerry Lewis in there.
Yeah.
bars. Hi.
So
you guys.
when you guys walk up to the door, there is a note on the door, and it says
Go away. We don't want any more.
private
No
party
werewolves.
open at 10 p.m.
I don't have a watch. Shit.
It's probably like
I
7.
look at the sky. What time is it?
7:22. So Skin Ripper kind of knocks on the glass, and after a moment you see the door open, and there's a younger gentleman there. Where is he? Oh,
I don't remember. I was asking, did she have a husband?
right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you see a younger man. I'll pass this around, but I'll describe him. Very handsome features. Very chiseled, almost like Renaissance features. He's got a goatee, like a dark blonde goatee, long blonde hair. Think of a more serious. How many of you have seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Think of a more serious Zaphod
Oh, jeez.
Beeblebrox. You know, he's got the long hair and the goatee, but he's not that flamboyant or that goofy. You know,
He doesn't have another head in his chest.
not yet.
Okay.
No.
Not yet.
But he's wearing like the kind of like the loose frilly pirate shirt. It's got the ruffles kind of thing. And he kind of opens the door and he's like,
As soon as I see him, I'm like, Yar!
Yar!
he kind of like,
And a big stupid grin on my face. Yar!
he's like, you're here. And Skin Ripper's like, she ready? of course, and he opens the door. You walk in. He's wearing like jeans and like the nice, they're more like the velvet riding boots kind of thing. They're like the high top
He
boots.
is a pirate.
It is a pirate.
Yeah. He's got a sash and a cutlass, and then he pulls his eye patch down.
I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, now see here now. I ain't no pirate. Never have been in the old life. I say.
Cuts off his own hand, sticks a hook in there. No.
Wow.
So he basically kind of opens the door with a flourish, and he's like,
It's a coat hook though. It's
Come on in. it's like coat hanger.
No bent wire coat hanger.
As you guys all kind of file in, you notice he's kind of, watching like, oh, yeah, but Skin Ripper and Helena and this older guy and an Indian and a little girl. Okay, this must be the girl. And some big dude, some ugly chick, bald. Who's the big fucking redhead bruiser? Okay, this guy just walked in from like a Huntsman show. Who's the guy in the turban? Did he have a third eye? Okay, whatever.
And a cat.
Yeah, are you guys in
cats.
feline hand?
I changed the feline form.
Okay. Boo Poo, did you go back to feline? Or are you staying in Homid?
I think I'm going to stay in Homage for
Okay.
a moment.
So he's like, okay, the Indian dude with the turban and a gypsy. Okay, that one I get. I get that.
And a cat.
And it's like, and a cat. Must be the gypsies. He just kind of walks
Hey,
in
we
like,
got away with it.
yeah,
You gotta open the door again, make sure.
Yeah, he probably does that. Any mice? Anything like that? Okay, let's go. So you guys walk in. You're on like a big dance floor. It's kind of like it's kind of like yeah.
Hey, what do you know? The Cure is playing.
Yeah, probably. There's tables and they're kind of scattered around, and they kind of like the whole thing is a dance
Don't
floor.
fuck with me.
So if you really move the tables out, you would extend the dance floor kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a wall over here.
There's like a game room slash. What's that? What's a cigar room called?
Smoking room.
No, where you buy the cigars.
Glory hole.
No, that's a different kind of smoke.
Different crack in the wall.
The humidor room.
Humidor.
Humidor. Sorry, I always get those confused.
Oh, we know where your brain went.
I always get
Behind
confused.
smoked glass doors, and go in, and then there's like a lower pit to this side, and it's got some of the tables there, and there's the dance floor, with speakers up on the wall, and kind of a thank you. You just lost my concentration. A couple of platforms
Actually,
Stop it.
on the
Oh, sorry.
right hand side that's got tables.
down.
probably want to cut it. Copyright violation.
Oh, too bad.
Oh.
Oh. I did not say anything.
I was
about
humming that.
An anti-ailment.
Yeah,
I'm a very good hummer.
Hey, I could bring my aerophone next week.
That'd be great. You can play everything we need.
Oh!
So where would Anya and those guys be? If they
Well,
knew
there's
this was
when
happening.
you get there's above you. There's a ceiling, but when you get out to the dance floor, there's actually like a balcony, second floor kind of thing
Oh,
that
yeah,
wraps
okay.
around.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
second floor.
Keeps coming at me.
Is that where they would be?
Yes, she has an office up there.
Okay. So they're going to take them upstairs?
I'll eat
Sure.
you.
Okay. I didn't know if they'd be set up in the main room because there's so many people coming.
No, the music's probably on but turned down,
Okay.
and so yeah, everybody.
They go up your butt.
So you notice there's a couple people like behind the bar getting
when you
things
fart,
ready.
it's up.
Like looks like they're getting ready for the evening. One thing, everybody, does anybody have the gift sense worm?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it kicks on, but it's a
Like-
little,
No.
but it's a little lesser than you would expect.
Okay.
It's still here. There's still the worm taint, but it's not really powerful.
Right.
But it's definitely here. So when you guys walk in, you're like,
I have
Cracking the door
sense
and
pattern
brought you by
breaker.
Pentax.
yeah, it's not Pentex, but it's like,
Belle,
yeah,
Just a
you've
crack.
lost your damn mind. You're staying here this late with us.
Oh, she must be on. No, she's not.
No, Bella Reed.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Different
Wrong Belle.
Belle. Sorry,
different
my
Belle.
mistake. Different Belle.
That'll be confusing.
So,
I'll start saying Bella.
yeah, that'll work. So as you guys come in, these people are just kind of milling about working. They don't really seem to be like, who are these people? Like, they must be, maybe they're told or something like that. The guy who leads you in kind of introduces himself. He's like, my name is Andre. I'm one of Anya's primogenites.
And a pirate.
He's like, no, not a pirate.
Always wanted to meet one.
Well, I might be able to arrange you to meet a pirate. He's still around, but he doesn't dress that way anymore. Sorry. And he kind of turns and takes you to a staircase, and you go upstairs. He's like, we'll go to Anya's office. It's a little small in there, but we should all fit. And as you kind of go upstairs, there is an office room, and it's kind of a big office, isn't it, I assume?
Yeah, it's like a
Closet.
conference room.
Yeah, like a big
Behind.
conference room. So as you guys walk in, you see people gathered about. And at the head of the table... Find a picture. Where did I put it? Oh, there's two pictures. I don't know which one you want to use. I think this is the one you always went by.
Oh. Yeah. No, this is actually the one I wanted to use.
That one.
This is one I was thinking of.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see.
So there are quite a few people. I don't know where I put it. There it is. There's quite a few people kind of sitting in a semicircle around this table. So as you come in, they're like all along the wall, so to speak. At the head of the table is...
Oh. I can't decide.
We'll just pick one.
Okay, this is the one I had in mind.
Okay.
Her.
Mm-hmm. Or you want?
Okay. Okay.
Pull over the camera too.
The group I'm going to pass around is the first page. The 4 people you see are there with her. The next page, only the top 2. The bottom 2 are not present. The top 2, the guy and the girl. So these are the people around her, and there's also one other person that we'll describe in a second.
No, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're pretty much in. Of course you gotta be there.
So,
So
what do you-
she is sitting at the head of the table, and why don't you go ahead and describe what you look like?
Basically, Christopher Walken in a suit.
Oh, this guy.
Maybe not as
Oh, this-
grayed and his hair not as big, but more slicked down. But yeah, it's just you basically Christopher Walken sitting there like that, and he's just all kind of laid back, kind of like looking at you guys, kind of like, oh, wow, here's the dogs. You know, it's kind of that.
Yeah.
You just, oh, I smell prick.
Yeah.
Why don't I hear any cowbell?
Yeah.
more
Jack's
more
like-
cowbell.
I get a
No.
sense worm
So-
thing, but I also scent asshole.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
So
off the
Fatboy
charts
Slim
right now.
starts playing, then
Yeah,
you know he's gonna start
it's
dancing.
it's good, and I can't remember my line, but that's what we're doing here today in this place. You and me.
Tomorrow.
Do we give them out dog biscuits now, Anya? Is that what we do? Oh, I'm sorry, I offended. Maybe not. Maybe I'll shut up now.
Please allow me to say hello to our. Oh, please allow me to say hello to our guests.
Of course, whatever you need to do, that's your job. I'm willing to advise you expertly.
Okay.
I'm getting into character.
Yeah.
Okay, up. A little higher. Yep. Okay. Okay.
And
Higher.
remember how to do the voice. It's been a long
No.
time. Does it sound
I
like
missed
Christopher
my
Walken?
head.
Yeah, it's the lady word.
Yeah.
It has
And-
to be like.
You and me are gonna go somewhere Don't do that. I have a thing.
I'm allergic to latex.
I got a thing against balloons in my face.
That and marsupials.
Yes.
Let's go.
They got the mange. What? Yes, I
This
know
just
these
in.
people
This
are
just
sitting
in.
at the table.
This just in, sir.
Okay, so she is at the head of the table, and next to her are Primogen. Christopher Walken is probably sitting off to her left. Sitting off to her right is probably Dragoff. So the
Jack off? What?
the Nosferatu, who's like burnt. I mean,
Oh.
he looks like he's been hit by the sun.
Oh.
He's kind of sitting there, all in black, just next to her. Next to him is an empty seat where Andre goes to have a seat. Next to him is the blonde girl. They kind of look like they have familiar, like they could be brother and sister, maybe. Over by Vincenzi is the blonde girl, and she's in a kind of a severe suit, almost like the suit shirt with the tight, like suit vest, and her sleeves kind of rolled up. Next to her is this guy, and he looks like he's in like a gray, not a uniform, but kind of like a martial arts thing,
Almost
but
like
it
a
almost looks
kimono.
like a uniform, kind of like a tunic.
Like a waiter?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort
He's
of.
that kind of guy.
And then off
Racist.
next to Madeline is this guy who basically is sitting like this with his feet up on the table. His shirt is kind of like Andre's, but it's even more flamboyant, and it's kind of open at the chest. He's got the little pince-nez, like smoked glasses. His long hair, he's actually shaved on the other side. Shaved, and then long hair, kind of like what Dennis looks like now. It's not all on his face, but he's just kind of sitting there. And he just has this smile on his face, but he's not looking at you. He's like looking at the corner in the ceiling. He's just not
So
even paying
pleased
attention.
with himself.
Yeah, it's just like.
Whatever.
So as you guys walk in, Andre says, "May I introduce to you Prince Anyare?" And he kind of moves over to his seat.
I will bow. River's just looking
He
at
who
him.
sees the ways, he who sees the ways, just kind of does that nod. You see Skin Ripper and Helena kind of do the same thing. So naturally, Jack is like, "What's up?"
River bow.
Yeah, River would bow. Okay. Winnebago.
I'm like, huh? What?
Yeah, you're like, "What's that guy looking at?"
Turns around. He's like,
How about you guys? Would you kind of bow your head or just kind of, obviously Jack is defiant.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever.
do you have defiant tendencies or no?
Kylie, you are in a room full of vampires, so we'll get to you in a second.
Probably bow.
Actually,
Yeah, I'd say bow.
Good nod.
actually, as a Bubasi, you probably wouldn't. You'd probably be more like.
Probably be more on his side.
Or
On
Cats
her
aren't
side,
bowing.
excuse me.
Actually, yeah, with a Babasti, it'd be more like, not as defiant as Jack. Like,
It's kind of.
it's more like, yes. I think of a cat walking into a room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Joker.
so my water bowl's empty? I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
You're kind of like vampires. These are like playthings, so to speak. They're dangerous toys. So you're like, yep, okay.
Is there a band called?
So you wouldn't necessarily have to bow, but you're not like
Dangerous
Jack,
toys?
who's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna say about it? Okay.
Ranbeer would be, actually, probably say, like in Punjabi, would actually see it in. would
Whatever
actually
the
use
greeting would be.
address.
Oh, like an actual traditional
Yeah.
greeting,
Yeah.
salutations, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Okay. All right. So you say that. Chiquana,
I'd probably do the same
do
thing.
the quiet bow. Okay.
But I'd be scrutinizing her.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much everybody. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now before we get into this, Kylie, make a rage roll.
Oh shit.
Okay, that is as what?
So take your
We don't have.
rage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And however many dots do you have?
3.
Oh, well. Go ahead and roll. Let me know. The target number is 5 right now.
I got 3 successes.
Okay, you did not rage. In order to go into a frenzy, you have to get 4 successes. So, right now, you're kind of impossible to go into a rage, but you're like, okay, yeah.
Actually, if one of those had been a 10.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Now, here in a couple days, when it's a full moon,
yeah, I was going to go
then you
up
could
2,
rage. So,
up 2 dice.
all right.
I'm kind of standing in between Nicole's legs,
Okay,
kind of staring at him.
okay.
Standing in between Nicole's legs.
Sorry, my
What a great thing to repeat.
Deja vu. Deja vu.
Worth repeating.
Worth repeating.
Yes.
That's like coming from a parallel
Yes.
universe.
It is.
It's
That's
us
the
playing
sixth
into the
dimension
Yeah, I
that
know.
was playing.
It's too bad they
Damn
suck just as
werewolf
bad
brain.
as this
I
one.
know.
Anyway.
All right, so Anya, he says some greeting in Hindu.
What do you mean?
Bada bing,
That's what he
bada
does.
boom.
Our friends are here. Wonderful to see you. We have been awaiting your arrival.
And his
I will actually do a kind of a purr
Yeah.
in my throat. Will they understand it?
Maybe. Go ahead and roll your manipulation, and you don't have words, so how about manipulation and do you have any kind of performing?
Intimidation.
Actually, use your manipulation and your animalism discipline. Make it target number 4.
My animalism, you said?
Yeah. Target number 4.
Trying to.
Is this going to be an opposed roll?
No.
Or?
1 success.
Okay. What are you trying to get across?
yeah, I saw that. Appreciate that.
A welcome, calm thing?
Welcoming, calm.
Okay. Okay. You hear this vampire like purr in her throat, just like you guys. You don't understand very much, but it seems like she's trying to put you at ease. It's like welcoming, calming. You don't. It's not like you can speak to her this way, but you kind of get the gist.
Is it possible as a cat familiar to purr in a language she might understand?
Yeah, there's different
Yeah.
kinds of purrs.
You could try. Okay, roll your manipulation and primal urge.
All of a sudden they're mating. Oh my God! What's going on?
No!
I'm gonna buy a laser pointer.
Good for vampires.
And
No,
what the hell is this shit? I'm sorry, Your Highness.
1, 6,
Your
8.
Highness.
You got the fact.
My 10 cancels my 1, doesn't it?
No.
No?
What,
The,
what was
the
the
first picture
that's-
that
the
went around.
target number? That's a
That,
1.
that's a 1.
What was it? So wouldn't that
Cancels that one
Is this
success.
what his price
Right.
then?
What was the
Yeah.
target number?
Target number.
Target number?
Target number would probably be 4.
4.
Target
well,
number.
okay.
3 successes.
I got 3.
Congratulations.
Okay. Yeah. You can go ahead and roll your intelligence.
So you didn't have them opposed.
No. Well, actually, no. I guess it wouldn't be because it's a cat.
Look at that funky balloon in the middle.
What
It's
are
like a
you trying
human
to get
head.
across to her,
Pop
Rhonda?
it.
What are you trying to get
To
across
say
to her?
hi and let her know I'm her friend to help her with whatever she may need. To communicate
Wrong
with
kind of bird.
others in my group.
Yeah.
I let you know that I had a burrito for
Is that how you filled those balloons up, Mike?
that. We don't talk about what happens at the helium factory stays in the helium factory.
So she says that to you.
I nodded
Okay.
to her.
All right. He who sees the ways kind of Prince of Enlightenment, we wish to present to you Nicole, the child of our prophecies.
She does it much more graceful than that.
Snap, crack, oh goddamn.
Take your hand.
Mhm.
Okay.
Welcome, my little friend. You have a special couch right over there in the corner. Just for
It's a
you.
litter box.
It's a kennel.
I
I look over there. If it's got like a TV and an Xbox and shit, I'm over there. Okay.
Sorry, Nicole.
Yeah, that was me.
Hey,
Dibs.
She's just a front.
Yeah.
Winnebago dibs.
Bad for a cat.
Let me sure that's done, kid.
Okay.
To her next.
Well, she actually kind of looks at you and kind of grips your hand and smiles. And
Probably have like a little bit of her
yeah.
grr. So it's like,
All right. Okay. This is gonna get you roll your rage
okay.
because you're giving her to a vampire.
Yeah, I know.
I'll offer my hand to little one,
Okay.
and I'll walk her.
Okay. Hold on.
What do we need?
Target number is 5.
I got 2.
You get 2.
and yes, actually,
Okay,
there's
you're
a
fine.
TV with video.
It's kind of like you can do that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know this has to
and
be
some
done.
books and some
You're okay.
dollhouse.
However,
Ooh, the dollhouse.
can roll your rage.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna start beating my own ass. Do you mind? I'm kicking my ass.
You got like 80 dice.
What's my rage? I'm
Sound
sorry.
like at least 30 from here.
Oh, by the way, I have something back. I have these
So-
back, and
Yeah. Oh no, this is.
that's why I can't find it.
Yeah.
It's a vampire.
Not so angry.
Okay, so that's no.
What's this
Oh,
humanity shit? I don't need that on my werewolf.
And this
Oh,
is
how
only
many,
on the
is that how
forehead.
many I ate?
No,
How much you
you
made?
didn't know.
Human?
Okay, 1, 2. What about I roll?
Target number is 5.
No.
Okay, so Nicole starts to go. You're like, it has to be done. I have to trust.
Yeah.
You're okay. You are kind of like looking over at him. He seems to be holding it together. So you're like, they're her protectors now. Jack is like, he does spend a willpower point, so he calms down. He was gonna frenzy, but
Yeah.
he's like, oh,
What?
fucking shut him up. And he sees you calm, and you calm, and it kind of like, okay.
Well, it
all
wasn't
right,
at first,
calm.
so.
Yeah, calm. So he's okay. You're gonna actually take her by the hand and kind of
Well,
lead
before
her
you
over.
do that, I
I'll-
kind
I'll-
of turn her around.
I will
Yeah.
stop and let them have it.
I get down and basically put my hands on her shoulder. I go, put my forehead to forehead, and I just say, I adore you very much, my child. You are a child of Gia, and you are a daughter of mine. And no matter where you are, and I kind of look up, she is protected. And I don't really have intimidate, but I figure he's doing it behind me.
Yeah, it's like she is protected. Now he just looks at Jack and Cam like, you don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. So, yeah. And she basically kisses you on the cheek and she's like, I'll see you soon.
And I go, but all of this must pass in order for us all to survive.
I'm in agreement with you. And
I just kind of stand up. I give her a big hug.
I'll pat you on the shoulder and take her hand, and I'll walk with her to the couch.
Pass off.
she lands on Winnebago, who's like, "Get off me! I'm playing the video."
I'm on the
Two,
Xbox.
knock it off!
Shut up, kid.
And Kylie is sticking to her like glue.
Okay. So you're going to walk her over to the couch. Are you going to go with her then?
I'm sticking with Nicole like glue.
Okay. So
right at the side of her leg.
Okay. So you guys walk over there. Let's see. He who sees the ways is like, we entrust our child to you. And we know that should that trust be broken, there will be retribution, but I do not believe it will be broken. And he's kind of looking at everybody when he says that. He says, I believe that she will be well served to learn from you here. And he kind of looks back at you. But then he kind of like smiles and he looks over at you.
He's like, yeah, don't worry, we're a much better daycare.
You might actually, if
Skin
anybody
Ripper-
looking at
Skin
Anya
Ripper?
notices she kind of,
Skin Ripper actually is like, that's the fucking one I was talking about.
Hey, I'm just lightening the mood. All right?
but
Take
I
care
have a
of her,
much
all right?
better way to lighten the mood.
Sassy
By all
like
means.
Anya
And
there.
she pulls out this drinks cabinet, any kind of alcohol you could want. Let's sit down and get to know each other. I think that's a very good place to
I
stop.
pick her up and set her on the couch.
Oh, watch that
A
one.
little poke on the nose.
He's a saucy one.
Turn
What?
around and take
Sorry.
my
I just like
How old
cowbell.
was she?
He might
seven.
be have the
7 or
Roman
8?
hands.
7, I think.
Yeah, that's Maya.
I don't know, you keep
Yeah.
switching back and forth.
Yeah, 7. We'll say 7. So basically, those of you who wish, they just invited you to sit down and kind of break bread, so to speak.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
River totally would. He doesn't know vampires. Why
If you're
not?
paying attention during this night, you notice that he is saucy, but anytime she looks at him, he shuts
Yeah, he does. He does. All right, yes. All right.
Mhm.
This is my
My
place.
eyes are on you. I'm watching
And we'll just
you.
go over the particulars before we stop.
Yeah,
So
call
this
up.
guy here, Dragoff, is like her bodyguard, but he's always right next to her. He's always very protective of her. They do seem to be affectionate sometimes. He's awkward at it, but they seem to be very protective. Andre is kind of, and just so you know, he's obviously a Nosferatu. Andre is a Toreador, which are the artists. So he's very outgoing and very friendly. And do you need another drink? You know, we mean no. But he's also like, don't bite. We mean you no harm.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of particular. Madeline is she's also a Toreador, and she's very chatty. She's very good at social interactions. So that's part of why she's on the Primogen thing. Yeah, flirty. The guy with the glasses is Stuart. You will come to find out he is a Primogen who is a Malkavian. He's just very flamboyant and very outrageous and kind of plays things for shock value. But, you know,
and sometimes
sometimes
forgets to wear pants.
yeah. Sometimes
Oops.
he'll do things for shock value, and if somebody's like, oh, he did that for shock value, like, no, he actually thinks he means that kind of thing. So he's just kind of an oddball. Of course, Vincenzi is Mike's character. He's kind of the businessman of the group. And,
Been true.
Yeah, Ventru.
Arrogant.
His Cindy, the one with the suit.
I
And
do
the short part.
when he speaks about, like, if we're talking about protection and security, Anya listens to him.
Yeah.
If,
No,
once he gets rude though, she,
Well, you know, I'm just trying to make sure
I
The
respect
old-
his.
you don't supersede her because she's the prince. You have to give her some respect. You guys a little education, get you out of the woods, understand how things work in this side of the field in the city.
He's just not very tactful. The blonde with the suit was his bodyguard, Cindy, and David is his other
It was my
progeny.
driver.
It was his chauffeur.
Yes.
So, but now that he's his progeny, he's very. You'll
Well,
notice he'll.
they were my bitches. Now I have to bitch to them.
You'll notice if he's like, David, get me a drink. David will like, get your own goddamn drink. He's like, he won't put up for it anymore because now he's a vampire. He used to be a ghoul.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now he's like, you're not my boss.
I had it so good. Now I have.
No, not so much.
Oh, I forgot. There is one other guy I forgot to draw him.
Oh.
Lost in Space, the old
Oh.
TV show. Dr. Smith, he's there.
Oh, Lord.
His name is Carlton Hawthorne. He's a Ventru who's just very particular and, you know, kind of like a clean freak. So, you know, if you come in like whenever he's near
David.
Jack, he's kind of like, maybe even Winnebago. He's like,
squirming a little.
I smell alcohol and body sweat. Ugh.
Oh,
You know,
Oh my.
he's like, ugh.
it's very musky in here.
So
What does he think about curry?
he's probably like, it's nice, unless you made it.
Curry? Really?
So
I'm Indian.
while you guys are
well,
chatting,
okay,
it's
it
kind of like it's that awkward. The goths and the metalheads are gonna hang out
Okay,
and have a
so
party.
Would
And
there
try
be a
and
problem
mingle.
with garlic? Because he might throw that in there.
Not that much.
Doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Nicole, she kind of stays near you guys, but she really has no choice. Because I think no matter where, if Nicole went up to get a drink of water, Kylie, Cam, and Jack and Shaquana would probably be like, we got to get a drink of water. You done? Okay, yeah. No,
Well,
we
Chiquana would probably be sitting there still talking, but he'd be watching.
Did she go over
Yeah.
to play the video games or with the dollhouse? Or?
Yeah, she probably would go over
Okay,
there.
is Winnie?
No, if the cats go over there, then I just whatever.
You don't want to play
I already
video games
rode up
that
here.
bad.
I already rode up here with the cats. I ain't gonna sit around with them.
Yeah. We start getting fleas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, the evening will go. It's not like you're going to be here for a couple hours. It's more like, all right, 20 minutes. You done with your drink? Can we go? Yeah, that kind of thing. It's very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys leave, Skin Rippery and Helena are kind of like, well, thanks. We'll keep an eye on her. They put your mind at ease. He who sees the ways says we should probably get going. You bid your farewells. You get back to your trucks. And as you get to your trucks, everybody feels this kind of... He who sees the ways is like, I need to stay here for just a little longer. I need to show Nicole some stuff. I think you will probably be guided together as a pack wherever you need to go. So please, if you wish to split apart, I mean, that's fine, but I will contact you when it's time to reclaim Nicole and move her to her next destination. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, yada, yada, yada. And as he leaves to go back into town with Skin Ripper and Helena, you guys are all getting ready to get into the cars, the trucks, and you feel this, each of you feel this pull, like Luna is pulling you. Luna is moving you.
To the next
Like the
cheeseburger
tide.
place.
And you just feel like you need to head east. Somewhere.
River will literally say to everyone, you guys want to go east? Just feel like maybe we should go east.
Is there a go-go mart east?
East?
Let me check the stars.
Anybody else? If you don't
They
like
all
to go
form an
east,
arrow
just-
pointing east.
What do you say?
I'm still hanging with Nicole.
No, you dropped Nicole off.
Yeah,
Well,
he who
no,
sees a way is
we
going to
left.
let you stay there.
Oh,
Yeah, she needs to learn by the vampires by herself. We have other things to attend to.
You got fired.
And
Yeah.
River is saying that
my,
the sense
my
that you're feeling is to go
ears
east.
flick, my tail twitches indignantly, and I follow them out.
Okay.
Still in feline form.
Okay. So when you guys get outside, you're getting to your cars, and you just have this
Sense of
pull east, and we will stop there.
Yay!
A lot of
Thank
role
you,
playing.
Dale.
That was really just the
Yeah,
intro
you
to
horse.
Werewolf. That was just the intro. The story hasn't even started yet.
What?
Damn.
Okay, I can't wait to see this whole story through.
So that's the end of the night for all you guys watching on live stream and on the YouTube
Thanks for
channel.
joining us. Sorry we were late.
Thank you for joining us.
Apologies for the lateness, and we will see you next week. We're going to leave this running for a
It
little
was
bit.
all
but we
this
get cleaned up.
guy's fault.
Yep.
Over
My fault.
there.
Right
It's
there.
all- Oh, okay. That's all right. Oh, shit. Okay. off my